Hey, Andrew here at SHOT 2020 with John at Aimpoint, and we want to take a look at this Comp M5B, which I covered a couple of weeks ago in the news. If you aren't watching the news, you're wrong. We'll throw a link in the description. John, tell me about the Comp M5B.
B is ballistic, and we've done it here with the M5B, and we've got user serviceable turrets. So the elevation turret's actually changeable by the user. Right, we're going to have all the popular calibers covered, and we're even going to go to the point where we're going to have a turret that is configurable by the user specific to their length, their bullet weight, their caliber, whatever. You'll be able to basically manufacture your own turret for your own ballistics. So elevation, at this particular instance, we go 100 yard zero, 200, 300, 400, just by dialing up the clicks. We've got windage as well. We can do zero wind, light wind, medium wind, high wind. So there's a little bit of variance in there.
What wind values does zero, medium, high, low?
It's going to be a very vague value for windage. Elevation's going to be much more precise as far as tailoring it to it. You know, wind's going to be varying between contact to the distance of the target anyway.
Yes, of course. So, ballistic drop compensator, but it's not a ballistic plex reticle or whatever you would see in it. It doesn't have different aiming points. There's one center dot reticle, and we can show a photo of that. But the ballistic compensating is accomplished by changing the position of that dot with the elevation wheel. So we zero.
Yep.
And then once it's zeroed, we can move this dial, set the range that the target's at, and we're on for the given caliber for that dial.
When you're shooting it, it's just like every other aim point. You look through it, you see a traditional red dot just like you do with all of our other sights. The difference is at the turret. So we zero for 100, we need to take a 200 yard shot, one click, 300 yard shot, the next click, and so forth and so on. People are making 600 yard shots with this in conjunction with our 6-power magnifier. Who knows if anybody's making 600 yard shots with red dots?
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, an accomplished marksman should be able to hit an E-type silhouette at 500 meters without too much trouble.
Yep.
600 meters, really good shooters with iron sights or a non-magnified red dot without any extra. If you know what you're doing, yes, you can, but that ballistic drop compensator is going to make a big difference.
Takes all the guesswork out of it.
Yeah. With your traditional Army 25-300 zero, you're going to be way, way low at 600. With improved the IBZ, the 5200 zero, you're going to be even lower at 600. Having a sight that'll do the work for you definitely improves hit probability.
Takes all the guesswork out of it.
So what kind of battery is this?
So just like the other M5, we've got a AAA. Now, if you guys don't already know, the end user, original end user of the Comp M4 wanted an alkali battery. That was the Army, right? M5S, the original M5, original end user wanted an alkali battery. State Department, they got travel restrictions with lithium ion. If you are not under a travel restriction, if you have the ability to use lithium ion batteries, please do. Alkali batteries, when they deplete their charge, they do all kinds of terrible things. But yeah, if you need to salvage one out of your remote control or scavenge it from wherever, any common AAA battery is going to work in this site. You got a 5-year constant on battery life.
The SHOT people have really had their way with this battery compartment. I'm not getting it out of there right now.
Pull off lens cover.
Yeah, there we go. We need to leave that in because I was such a retard on that just needs to stay. Yeah, I'm a genius. So a AAA battery, really common battery type. Obviously, like you said, the alkalines are going to leak in there and cause just an absolute mess inside.
We got a 70-75 aluminum body on this, just like the other M5, so no more stripping out holes in the bottom like the old T1, no more helicoils like the T2. You know, the Comp M4 style switch, which everybody always says, oh, it's got some play in it. It's supposed to, it's by design. Probably the toughest switch ever made. You know, we've delivered in that switch in the M4 variant over $500,000 to the Army, and you just can't break that switch. It's a tank.
Is this available now?
Spring 2020.
Spring of 2020, so a couple of months.
Yep.
What's the MSRP on it?
MSRP is 1124.
1124.
Yep.
That's a solid sight. This is basically the same size as a T1 or whatnot, right?
It's a little bit bigger because we've got to add a little more material to put that AAA in there. And we
Front to
elevated
back?
these surfaces to protect those turrets a little bit, but essentially overall length and tube diameter, yeah.
To my eye, it looks like an H1 or T1. It's with the battery compartment on the side, it's basically about the same size. That's a lot of sight in a pretty small package.
A lot of sight.
John, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting up with that crap. Thank you for the free beer.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Thank you guys for watching. We're going to be at a lot of booths. Stay tuned. I love you.